All right.
All all right. Our last story of the night. Talk about Jeff Jarrett reveals his limited creative role in AEW. It's not my ball of wax. So, according to this, Jeff Jarrett said on a Bobby Bones show that Jeff Jarrett admitted that he has very little creative input into his own character and his own storylines. So this is kind of interesting. AEW is going down a really bad rabbit hole where the fans are turning on them. They're doing a lot of bad things wrong, a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing wrong, they're doing wrong. Do you have a guy with Jeff Jarrett in your roster, someone who had decades and decades of experience in wrestling? You will give him little to no creative input in his own storylines. I find that extremely um, stupid. What do you think about that, Javier?
I think it is stupid. I think it's stupid for the fact that the majority of their main eventers in AEW, they all have creative control. Like they all basically can do whatever they want. And you're telling me that Jeff Jarrett can't. To me, it's very stupid and very dumb.
Jeff Jarrett has more experience in that locker room than most of that locker room than in combined, I think. You
I mean,
know,
just going on, like they want any AEW right now wants anybody to have the AEW championship except John Moxley.
you know, since the beginning of the year, I watched more AEW, and I'm finding that they love John Moxley, but you never see John Moxley. You may see him wrestle maybe once every 2, 3 months. I think a champion should be wrestling weekly. I mean, WWE is doing a good job of doing showing that champion gets showed more often. And but AEW, John Moxley don't even do anything but walk around with no t-shirt on. I mean, I show you a champion, put him in the ring with someone, make him earn that title.
Well, you should like right now. Jeff Jarrett is actually Jeff Jarrett is actually on this crusade to win the AEW championship. He has this one more run, like he just signed a new contract, and he's working with MJF. Like I don't know how that actually worked out towards, but it's MJF is quite possibly is the biggest wrestling star that AEW has. And I'm sure that he gets to do whatever he wants, and nobody's going to say anything.
You're not wrong there. He's one of the top wrestlers they have. Um, Trust me, if AEW, if his contract comes up, MJF's contract comes up, and he did not re-sign AEW, AEW is over.
Well, I'm sure
Plain,
he
plain and
received
simple.
a
I mean,
tattoo of AEW. Like, what more? How much more dedicated can you be? That's like having one of your girlfriends tattooed on your forehead or on your chest or on the side of your like you don't do that unless you're really serious about it or you're really stupid. It's one or the other.
like Eric Bischoff says, AEW is the place where you wrestlers go to die because they cannot do anything. I've tried to watch AEW. I turn it off in like 45 minutes to an hour because it's so painful to watch. I'm never been a big AEW fan. I was trying to. I The storylines are so on what the word I'm looking for. I don't understand them. They really do not educate their fans. 'Cause every week, you have new fans coming in. They don't educate the fans what happened the week before, how the storylines are going. Like WWE does. Every week they show like last week, previews. Because I'm trying to get hold of storylines on AEW and I cannot. I mean, I don't need their storylines.
You're
And
missing enjoyable storylines. Like you're missing the really good, enjoyable storylines is what you're missing because it's not in the main event scene. That is just a bunch of shit. I mean, it really is a bunch of New Japan guys, indie guys, and WWE guys in the main event scene. Like there is realistically no AEW guys in there right now.
honestly, I would love to see Will Ospreay in WWE. I think if Real Ospreay goes to WWE, his old career will turn around. I think he'll be a major star. He's really good in the ring. Don't get me wrong. Will Ospreay is amazing in the ring. I think he needs to go to WWE to really get his career to that next level.
I mean, like Harley Cameron. I don't know if you know who that is.
Not really, not top of my head.
Okay, so let me explain to you that Harley Cameron, she's really entertaining. And Mercedes Moné finally has something that I actually want to watch with her involved. I don't know if you want to Google it, but
I will later, yeah.
okay, so Cameron Harley has Minnie Monet. It's a puppet. She's a ventriloquist in real life. Not only she's a ventriloquist, she's a musician. She's one of those multi-talented women that do it all. And she's a professional wrestler. So they decided to make a Muppet of Mercedes Moné.
Okay, I'm up at Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes
Gotcha.
Moné, and it is the most entertaining shit. And
It's it's online?
no, they put it on national television. Like, it's on national television of her with her Muppet that looks like Mercedes Moné, and they're doing a storyline together. Of course, the storyline ended in Australia, but I'm sure they're going to try and get a little more out to the point where it's not actually enjoyable. Are you
Well,
looking it
I
up?
got to look at I'm yeah, I'm kind
Uh,
of I'll
So
look at it
I'm
later.
telling
I'll look at it later.
I'm telling you, like the entertaining storylines in
And it,
AEW because none
and
of the
this happened recently?
yeah, it happened recently.
Like when how recently?
Like they were just in Houston, and Harley had her Houston halftime Super Bowl show, which happened to be the same time of the Super Bowl or whatever the hell it was.
Okay.
Mercedes Moné shows up.
See,
So everybody,
AEW is just like a it's like a boys club. Like no, everyone does what they want. I mean, and I think that's so stupid. AEW needs someone in control of that company, someone that understands the wrestling business. Oh, crap. I better stop that. But someone that understands the business, someone that can help develop good storylines, good angles, good characters, pretty much bring in all that, bring it into make it into something. But right now, AEW is nothing. It's
well, I don't know.
crap.
Their main event scene is crap. Their main event scene is crap. Like that has to be like the highest paid like group of grown men that essentially aren't doing anything. They're not like everybody jumps over the top ropes. Everybody runs through the ropes. Like really, the only person that does like any like remotely entertaining stuff is actually Okada when he throws his finger and he does stuff that we wouldn't expect, like realistically, Asians to be doing. Like I think the stuff that he's doing, like he comes from New Japan. You don't he comes from the world of like where everybody takes it like super serious. Of course, like when I say that, you have people ride the DeLorean and like the Kingdom fight. I
Okay, what about this? What do you think about Baron Corbin in AEW?
think you need to stay away.
You think he's going to stay away?
Yeah, you
I
need to stay
think
away.
I think he's going to. I think he's going to sign. If he
I
hasn't
think
already signed him.
I think AEW doesn't need to sign any more talent. They need to look at what they have. Because like you're not only looking at AEW, you're looking at ROH too. Like ROH talent is there too.
It comes back to what I was saying before. You need someone who understands the business to make under that can bring all that together, and
Yeah,
they
we
don't
don't
have that.
They don't have nobody in the main event scene, but somebody.
No, they need someone in management that can inventory all this and put all this together in one unique puzzle. And they don't have someone backstage to do that. Tony Khan is a fan. Don't get me wrong. Tony Khan is a really nice guy. What I've read about him, he's a really nice guy, but he is not a wrestling promoter. He's a fan. You need a professional promoter in that role to understand that job. There's not very many of those guys out there that can do that.
Well, they have people, but they have like Jim Ross, who's played that role before, but I think he's too old to be in that role. I really think the owner himself is in the way of like of them having some good stuff because like when the Hurt Business comes out, I'm sure no one tells the Hurt Business what to do in the back. I'm sure they're like, we got this. Don't even worry about it. Like, and then they're gonna mess it up by giving them the tag team championships. Like Bobby Lashley is not a tag team wrestler. He should be in the main event scene. Like
No,
if anything,
no, no.
like if anything, he should have beat John Moxley, took the title. Because like no matter if they come out as the bad guys, they're cheered like they're the good guys. Like they're cheered like the baby faces. So it doesn't matter what they do. Anything they do in AEW is going to be loved because like they're the new people. And they
Well,
do cool stuff all the time.
well, we just saw recently Ricky Starks that got released from AEW, and he made his debut in NXT just this past week. So we know wrestlers are don't they want out. No, we saw Penta. Penta came from AEW to WWE. Look at these guys. They go from AEW to WWE, and their career turns around for them. Look at Penta. This guy, as long as they push him and give him good pushes, he's going to be a main star. And that's what they were talking about, maybe releasing Ray Phoenix, his brother. We want them together. But Tony Khan is, I don't know, is that he wants to play games with Penta by keeping his brother in AEW as long as he wants. Because really, that's the only reason why he's stuck in AEW is because he had time put on his contract at the end because he got injured. Okay. And because they both said they want to go to WWE, but Penta's contract came up before Ray Phoenix's contract came up. So Ray Phoenix is being punished for this. And I don't know, Tony Khan being like a little child.
Oh, of course he is. Like, well, you don't tell your boss that you're getting a new job when you still have like a full year left on your contract. Like imagine in the real world that, well, I'm not going to put my 2 weeks notice in, but I'm looking for a new job. I hate one. Imagine telling your boss that you hate your job. What do you think's going to happen?
I did it every day. You said, okay, you hate your
Like
job. You
you
want
like, like you told your job, you told your boss with a straight face, like, I hate working here.
Oh yeah, I've done that way more than once. Way,
Yeah,
way, way more than once.
we've done that in real life. So I
But
actually don't the circumstances of like why somebody would tell their boss like I hate my job. And I'm in law enforcement.
I told my boss on multiple occasions, go F off. I had said that to my boss maybe a couple times. Now, did I get in trouble for it? Of course I did, but it was well worth it. It was well worth that punishment.
No, not always. That's not always, but
Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it every time. But no, so now this is the problem I see with Penta. Now, if Ray Phoenix isn't stuck in AEW for another year, when his contract comes up and he goes to WWE, where will Penta be? By then, Penta could be a main event star. He could be on the main event roster, no, on doing main event matches, and Ray Phoenix is stuck at the bottom level. Because you're not going to put Penta, you're not going to bring Penta from a main event star down to a tag team star with a low card wrestler. You're not going to do that, even though they are brothers. You're not going to do that because it kills his momentum. So like that's what you got to look at. You know, where will Penta be when Ray Phoenix contract comes up? So I'm hoping WWE is trying to know not go too fast, but not going too slow too. Kind of like
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in NXT. Like that would be the default answer is NXT.
Penta?
Not Penta, but
Oh,
Phoenix.
Ray. Oh, Ray. Okay. I'm gonna say
Like
no. Penta is gonna be on Raw. He's perfect for Raw.
like if anything, the more he's getting over, the less chances of him being in a tag team.
True. True.
Like if he gets over, like imagine if he's been placed in like the upper card. Not like the main event seat, but just like the upper tier card, where it's not like you're able to close Raw. You're able to like be in the main event of like SmackDown or like maybe even one of these, you're like the last competitor chosen for like one of the B-list multi-matches that go into like the scramble matches and things of that sort. That's what like upper cards are for. Like imagine he gets to that point. Why would you take him, put him in a tag team,
Exactly. That's
knowing
a.
knowing that NXT is lacking main eventers right now?
Are they? I don't think they are. They are not lacking main eventer. They have a NXT as a army of people they can choose. It's just you got to motivate them to step up. Anyone in NXT can be a main event star. Just got to motivate them.
Well, you're missing the part of they're now creating another NXT show called Evolve.
I don't think it's an NXT show. I think that they see Involved as a place to showcase their ID wrestlers. Because right now the ID wrestlers are on the indie circuit. They're doing their thing on the indie circuit, but you don't see them. No, you want the fans to see these guys. No. And so I think this be a perfect I think they saw Evolve going, we have this in our backyard. Why don't we do something with this? What can we do with it? Perfect. That make the ID wrestling program. Let's make where we can take our ID wrestlers. They can go there and get their TV time. They get used to TV. And when they're ready, we bring them to NXT. And then when they're ready for them to get out of there, they go to the main roster. I think that's what they're going to use Evolve for. I hope that what they use it for because I think that'd be the best thing they can do for Evolve is to use that for their ID program. Because right now you need those guys to be on TV. You can't let them be on any circuit and only let a small amount of fans see these guys. You need to let the world see these guys.
You see, normally I would agree with you on that. Normally I would agree with you on that. But NXT also needs like their lower card guys. Like their lower card guys have to become their mid card guys. And if we take another show and make Evolve, well, your lower card guys are gone.
No, because Evolve's going to have their own roster. I mean, what I'm thinking, I'm not really looked into this a lot. What I think, what I understand is going to be that they got their own roster because Evolve was a third party company till WE bought it pretty much. So um, I don't know I think they're gonna have their own roster. I can see them using like the NXT, um, recruits, the guys that just come to NXT, I can see them using them to go over there for a little bit, taking some of those guys, we are not seeing yet on TV and move them over there. I can see them doing that. I think that'd be perfect for that. And no, because these guys are just coming out training that need a little bit exposure, but we can't put them on NXT just yet. Let's put them on the Evolved roster
Yeah, but
because
those are your card guys.
those are
Those
your
are the
low card. Those are your really low card guys. And then
you
you can put
just
the ID program guys with them.
like you just remove them and put them on Evolve. So like you now have to replenish your ranks.
No, no, I'm talking about guys that we have not seen yet. These guys are brand new. These guys have not been on TV at all yet. They are in the training program as we speak right now. They just got done with all their training. We have not, no one saw them on TV, so I can see them putting them in Evolved, and that way because that's a fresh new face over there. We never saw this guy before. He's on Evolve now, so we never. That'd be a great place to showcase them, and then show slowly bring them from over Evolve over to NXT. Because right now, because NXT has a good roster right now. They have a good roster right now, but they need to replenish that roster because some of this roster is going to be moving up to the main roster here really soon. Like Obafemi, he's going to be moving to Raw or SmackDown soon. Some of these guys are going to be moving up, so you need to replenish them. So you need to get these guys out of the fresh training guys into TV, get them used to TV. I think that Evolve will be perfect because it's not going to be a super big show, but it's going to give them some exposure on TV. You kind of get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, no, I get what you're saying. But I'm just like the point I'm trying to make is that who is going to replace the guys in NXT? Who's going to replace the women? If you have like a secondary show that's drawing from your potential NXT roster.
That's what the ID program is for. The ID program is for to find wrestlers that are not in the WWE, bubble. These guys are out there in the indie circuit. We're busting their butts, for $10 mattress probably. I don't know.
It's
So
more like
maybe we hope so, but no. That's what they're doing. They go out there, they find these guys, but they give them a little bit of money, give them a little bit of exposure, and I think that's and slowly bring them into their ranks. Bring them into the bubble. That way, because this is smart on WWE. The ID program is smart because that pretty much puts their stamp on that wrestler. So if AEW wants them, they can have them, but WWE's got to get the first bit pick on them. WWE's either got to say, no, we don't want this wrestler, or no, you can't sign with AEW. We won't allow it because WWE has that no stamp on them. So it's smart on WWE because they can go out there and find this really explosive talent that needs some polishing up and find them and put WE stamp on them and then WE owns them. They'll not really own them, but has like a reserve on them.
yeah.
It's smart on their part, I think.
It is very smart on what they're doing. But I'm just trying to make the point of like who's going to replace them when they go to the main rosters.
WE always has people replace people. They constantly rotating guys in and out. WE is
Yeah.
a robust system that is like a factory. Wrestlers come in the main door, they come out the back door, fully WWE superstars. That's what WWE is like. They are a factory making machine.
Of
And plus,
course.
you got all these schools. You got like look at all these wrestlers at schools. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, all these guys got wrestling schools. So they have a endless amount of wrestlers to choose from.
All right.
All right,
Well,
well let's end that show with let's end that with our show for tonight. I had a great time tonight. How about you, Javier?
pretty good. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Oh,
much for bringing me on.
oh yeah, always. It's a great time to have you on here. So, with that being said, guys, thank you again for tuning into the show. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you have not liked and subscribed to the podcast yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. It help us out a lot to let us know what you guys want to hear or see. And also, if you are looking at good channels to watch, Javier, Planet Texas Podcast, you want to tell some of the fans about your podcast?
Yeah, if you want, you can come to Planet Texas Podcast and come watch what I have going on.
All right, guys. Yeah, you had some great, guests over there. A lot of great guests, So check them out, guys. With that being said, hope you guys have a great time. See you guys next time.
All right.